What's up, y'all? Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I wasn't going to get on here because I actually had another hiccup. I swear I can't get stuff legit. Like, I'm supposed to have a few people on, and sometimes things just don't work out. But we all have other things going on. So, it's New Year's Eve. A little while ago, about an hour ago, I got asked if I was going to jump on here. I was like, nah, it's New Year's, so, or whatnot. So, then I was just sitting there chilling. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kick it and vibe with the homies. If y'all want to jump in the comments and kind of see how y'all's New Year's Eve is going. Mine's going pretty good so far. Other than PBZ jerseys were supposed to be here yesterday. They never showed up. Today, I'm having issues. They didn't show up, so I'm having to have them dropped off at a specific place. FedEx drop. So hopefully, crossing my fingers, that the day of 2022 will open up brand new and we will have our jerseys tomorrow. I am crossing my fingers. I am praying for real. I want these things. Other than that, me and Leo spent the majority of the day here. I haven't gave any updates to it yet in the group. In my Instagram, I posted yesterday. There's some parts I got for my AEG. This is the G&G SRS that I'm working on. So I picked up some parts for it yesterday, and it gave me hell all day. I've literally got in and out of the gearbox. Like, me and Esmond sat in here for probably 4 hours, and I must have got in it 5-6 times doing stuff, messing around in it, because I kept having the issue. I'd plug in my MOSFET, which is the ETU per run, or whatever you want to call it, plus. That would be this one. Plugged it in, put the 13-to-1 SHS gears in it, the new cylinder head, or I'm sorry, the cylinder head, the gears, the spring, all the little works that I put off in her. And for some reason, plugging her in, it kept going in the full auto, like a burst, like a 5-round burst. And I couldn't get it to stop. So I was assuming it was the kind of your catch. What do you want to call it? Like release catch on your trigger. It's a little bitty thing, bounces back from your selector plate. Basically hits the teardrop of your sector gear. I thought for sure, I was like, something's just wrong with this thing, because I kept going in a burst like that. After hours of in and out, then I just went ahead and pulled the old rope to dope, pulled the old MOSFET out, the original MOSFET, and just put it in there, and son of a bitch is shooting fine. Shooting no problem. So, I don't know if I have a defective MOSFET right off the rip. Maybe, so I'm going to test it on a buddy's gun tomorrow and see if it's working out. Beyond that, I'm just going to kind of address a couple of y'all, because I see y'all in here. Death Row Gaming, what's up, man? I see you back. Spiffy, what's up, man? Yo. Straight Airsoft, what's up, man? Yeah, like I said, man, I'm just literally just gonna sit there and kick it. See if y'all want to be in these comments and stuff. Anything y'all want to talk about? Tell me about what's going on with 2020. Well, the end of 2021, because the good riddance to it. The hell with 2020 and 2021. I hope to see a whole new era for 2022. Bruh. Alright, look. No, I don't. And I don't have coffee for I don't have coffee for a specific reason. And that reason that I don't want to say too much, but here soon, hopefully by the next, well, I ain't gonna say that, because my very next original podcast, this is kind of like just whatever one. It's episode 5, but technically I'm only going to do these on Monday. So Monday I probably won't be able to say nothing about it, but the following Monday hopefully I can. So we'll see. But there's a reason I'm not drinking coffee at the second, but I'll tell you later on. With ACS planning to get the 5.56 tomorrow. Man, we should be at ACS tomorrow, but bro, it's already, yeah, it sounds like it's raining a little bit here. I'm gonna go out there no matter what, even if it's piss poor raining, just to go vibe with the homies and some of the teammates. If y'all show up out there and stuff, just kind of kick it. You're right, secrets, but I give at least there's a present. So not that anybody's really gonna benefit much from it, but I hope they do. Um, 2,200 subs by 2023. Man, I hope. I hope, bro. I'm struggling. I'm really trying to reach up there, but y'all know what it is. I'm just trying to vibe, man. Just try to hang out with y'all. Bro, the AEG is. I said something about this the other day. At least in the other podcast, I might have said something before. I've said it a few times. I'm doing the AEG mostly just because I wanna learn something different, and it's a backup for me, like in SpeedQB games and stuff. So if old Betsy happens to fail on me during a game, I got one that's an AEG that'll. I mean, other teammates got one that I could use real quick. But I like to have my own, and not to mention, the biggest thing for it, man, is this. I feel like I got to it like I knew how to do all. Well, not gonna say every gun, but let's say V2 boxes, your average gun that you're gonna see. I knew how to do everything with it with the HPA's, so I was like at a learning kind of stump, if that makes any sense. And so the AEG kind of opens up a world of like letting me learn, and it's exciting to do. Plus, it's not my primary weapon, so I can do it just if I ain't tripping. I mean, I want it to work just because it's agitating, like I just want it to get to work. But overall, I mean, like tomorrow, if this thing was in pieces, I got Betsy over there I can go play with, and she'd be who I was going to play with. Betsy's my gun, if y'all are wondering. Dude, I haven't done a 2021 recap video. I was going to do one for the Speaky Bee, and I may still end up doing it, but I can't do it in the next 3.5 hours, so it's going to be pushed into 2022 to do it. But that's cool, though. It kind of gives it's over. 2021's over, so most of my ACS videos and stuff for the guys that y'all do play with me out there, those videos don't do all too well. Most of my niche and y'all, or anyone that's kind of sub to me or follows me on here and stuff like that, most of y'all are speedy boys and speed players and stuff like that. So those videos do tend to be more of what y'all are wanting. And I took a poll the other day, like kind of what are y'all kind of wanting out of my channel. I said a little techie stuff because I got techie stuff, but I'm not a tech. I'm not HPA stuff. Yeah, I know how to do it, but it's not my biggest thing. My biggest thing of the channel is SpeakyB videos, just regular outside field videos, some vlogs, and now podcasts. So, but the SpeakyB videos, to the point of the poll, was they seem to do the best in the poll. So, I think I'll do a review of SpeakyB. A charger anywhere? Are you talking about a battery charger? I don't think. I was in ACS yesterday, and I overheard Dustin say that they didn't have any, I believe, Titan chargers. So the LiPo batteries, they didn't have any chargers for that. I don't have an extra one, or I would definitely give you one. The 5.56 is cool though, man. Like it's super dope out there. The way it originally is, and I didn't even know. This is something I didn't even discovered is my lower was given to me. Off here. I'll turn my light on real quick so y'all can kind of see it. So, oops, not on that one. This one. Okay. So that's what mine is, and I just didn't even know what it was at first, what this lower was, because it was given to me, so I wasn't sure if it come from what. So I actually just found out that this one come from the 5.56 as well. The gray lower, like I said. Everything else I added onto this lower, which is a metal lower. So I'm with you on the 5.56. But mine, I was always a fan of honey badgers, so that's why I like kind of mine. Gives a honey badger kind of vibe. Besides the stock, the 5.56 comes really close to it, but or at least the stock ones. But this stock is the SSG one stock, so it's different. I like it. Gets my style a little bit more. I was there earlier and they didn't have any. Yeah, see, I was just sitting in there yesterday with Esme for a while. Maybe. If you're going sometime in January, I can't promise that I'll be there, nor any of my teammates. We might be there, maybe. We usually go to NA for tournaments more than anything. So there's a couple times we've gone just for open play, but generally most of the time we go, it's a tournament. And NA is not doing any tournament in January. And they haven't announced if they are doing one in February yet. If so, and they could continue the 2022 the same way and do a monthly tournament there, PBZ will be there. I am too. I'm ready to get back to Nash. The last time we was at Nashville wasn't even a complete month ago. We was there the 4th of December. Um, Seems like it was longer than a month, but um, I don't know if they have stopped completely with Speakeasy. They stopped at the moment. The manager that was running it, which was Ethan, he's no longer there, working there. So yeah, was it the six something like that? No, it was 4, 6 something. It was early December, the first weekend. Yeah, but Ethan ain't there anymore. So I think last time I heard, Joel is supposed to be the one taking over it. So I'm not entirely sure completely. So we'll see. I gotta look at this. Ah, bruh. See, the homies are. I love the homies, man. I love the homies. Um, but yeah, here's Anyways, about that my gun. That issue. I'm actually gonna replace it with the V2. I'll show you my. What I'm gonna look at is what's coming in is it's gonna be this. This is the one that actually goes in the gearbox, and I've heard a lot of good stuff about these already. Like I've done a little homework on it, and just watching hours and stuff like that of what was going to go on, trying to choose a good MOSFET. And these seem to have a lot of the specs of things that you would see like in the Gate Titan. And a lot of guys that got Gate Titans, man, most people like them. Um, but it's dope. It's got a good sensor to it and stuff, so it removes few things, and I'm looking forward to it. So this one is not the plus plus that I was talking about. The plus plus does a if you don't know what it is, you may have it right down here. I know the damn thing is not plugged in. Let me see if I got it nearby. I'd like to have it nearby. We will see. I do not have it nearby. I seem to have lost the plus plus. I lied. There it is. Alright. Let me get that bright screen off me for a second. This is the plus plus. It's just a little bitty MOSFET. ETU. It's good. I mean, you can do binary with it. I ain't gonna say it's good because I didn't even get to use it like that. But one of my teammates, builders, most of y'all know him as Bobby or Melon, Mini Melon. He has one in his. He enjoys the shit out of it, man. He rocks that thing. So if y'all have seen his little SSG one that he kind of made into, it's got a stubby stock on it, and used to have that ugly M16 rail on it. So, but yeah, this one, I don't know. I don't know if it's defective or anything yet. I want to say it's not. It's just my luck is what that kind of thing is. So, let me get back on the main screen here. See, I ain't got to see all my background. Yeti, what's up, man? I asked in the Discord, and it seems no one else has spare charger, but I'm willing to buy one if I find one. Man, bro, if I had one, I would bring one out to you. The only one I have is one, and I have to have it. I have the Titan one that does for different batteries, and it'll tell you what your, I got a dead battery over. Well, this one's probably dead. These will tell you kind of what you got left in it, just plugging it in. I don't even have it plugged in. It's just, it won't charge like this, but it'll kind of tell you what it's at. These are pretty good. So I'd try to get one of these if you could. The M adapter, the new Monk adapter, are you referring to the M one for TM? If so, I haven't held one yet. I mean, just glancing at them, they look pretty dope. A buddy of mine, Houdini, has one. I haven't seen it yet, but they look cool. I think you'd have to play a little different, because what it looked like is the mags were almost like backwards, like in a sense. So when you plugged it in, instead of like, I don't know, it seems wrong to me. I got a mag way over there, but it just seems different. I don't know. We'll see what 2022 holds on the ESG grip again. Some of me does, some of me don't. Like, I'm gonna be a little facetious with this. Most of my teammates are at least on A. Like, all of my teammates, including now Killshot's got one coming. So the other 4 of my teammates on A, I'm sorry, all 5, including the sub, all have Euros. So in all honesty, if I wanted to just play with one, I could play with any of theirs. I know they'd let me. I was already on the bandwagon of having that back in June. Like, I had one for a while. Not the Monk one, but I had the Euro Tactics, ERG, and the ESG, and I ran one for a while. And I'm fond of the stock again. I'm really liking the stock. They are, I mean, if you're referring to they are so much more comfortable, if you're referring to this, I found both comfortable. When I shifted back from the Euro to a regular stock, I thought it was going to kind of throw me off, like I was going to be low shooting everywhere, but I picked it back up like riding a bike. So much more comfortable. So if you're talking about the adapter is more comfortable. See, I haven't ran them at all. Man, straight airsoft, I am too, man. I am so pumped for 2022. I really am. There's a lot of, not only in the airsoft world, there's just a lot of things going on in the world that I'm just tired of hearing. I'm just tired of, and I'm just like, man, I'm just ready to move on. And not even just in airsoft. Some things in my personal life and stuff like that, and that I got going on. I'm ready to see it shift in 2022. And I'm 33, man. I've been saying this for a while, like doing little stuff every year. Like, I don't ever make a New Year's resolution, more or less. I never do that. I'm just like, it's a new year, so it's kind of good on, like, just kind of, let's start this a little different. We get to go through winter again, spring. We get to do birthdays again. New chance for summertime, kind of thing like that. Where else do you play? I thought it was the only indoor place. No, Nashville is, that's our, like, go-to one normally, is Nashville. But, I mean, since Shot Zone recently opened in Martinsville, that's where we'll be doing a tournament here in just a couple weeks. It's in Indiana, Martinsville, Indiana. So it's 4 hours from where I'm at. But I've only been there twice so far. So this tournament will be the 3rd time, but it's an indoor speakeasy field that has inflatables and turf. Adapter is not in. Yeah, it looks like it's out of the way. Like, I mean, maybe not hitting it on doorways and stuff like that. Like, just kind of tucked in. Seems neater. Yeah, new year, new opportunities. That's right. That's facts, bro. So I got the last one in stock. I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit. I gotta respond to a message real quick. So yeah, man, I don't know. I'm excited about tonight. Now, for my New Year's, I don't know. I don't do things like I'm not gonna be partying. My wife's still at work. She had to work on New Year's. I was off today. Um, so I just figured I'd just kick it, and I got my kids here. Did a little countdown. Kiss my wife, hug my kids, kind of thing, and then send them to bed. It's after midnight. Oh man, the old dilemma. Do you think that the F2 is worth it, or do you think the Jack is better for the money? Uh, I'm a Jack guy, dude. I like Jacks. I do not knock the F2. I don't. The F2 is awesome. I swear there shouldn't even be a really a debate within it, because it's kind of like, I think the F2 really exceeds the Jack, and I'm not gonna say it really, but it kind of, they're both treading there, but the F2 just kind of does a little bit better when you add the Gorilla, because it seems to be able to have a little bit more tunability than the Jack does. But side to side with the same FCUs, and only thing you're changing difference there is from the first setting in the FCU. That's it. Like, that's all you're really doing. You get a little bit more air efficiency, and in some guys' guns, I mean, my barrel ain't maybe 5 inches long, and I still shoot mine at about 110 psi. I have a buddy that has or not buddy, well, buddy, yeah, but my teammate's kill shot, I think he runs his at 80, 85, and he has an F2, and he's shooting dual limit, and that's, uh, what, 30, well, actually about 25 psi higher, which mine's on. I go through some air, but not crazy. And it also depends a lot on your dwell too, what your barrel length is and stuff. And I got mine tuned pretty good. But these, if you ask me, with the F2 or the Jack, I'm always just gonna say Jack. Just go with the Jack. I mean, it's a little cheaper. It's gonna do everything you need. It's gonna work. The F2, if you want to get an F2, go for it. I mean, it doesn't. They're both great engines. Besides, like, the Fusion, I think, which I won't pay you that kind of money for, like, an engine. I won't do it. But besides that, the general case of just having, the two engines, I don't know, man. It's tomato, bro. Tomato. Yeah, ACS often is pretty slow during their just regular hours and there's nobody at the field. No, probably not. Yeti, you asked, will you ever do another high cap build? Probably not. Don't expect that. Times may change, things may change, but not likely, man. I don't want to put the money in them. They're cool, but I don't play with them enough to be spending that kind of money. I learned that lesson before, and they're cool. I mean, there's one that we've been passing back and forth from me and a teammate, and I may end up getting it back, like, probably, maybe. But even if I don't, I'm just not a pistol guy. The speed cut handguard or max slim cannon or speed cannon. I love the speed cannon. I hate the slim cannon. I'm not fond of it. It's too thin. It's just it's kind of an OCD thing. Just like, man, I don't care for it. It feels like just like the outer barrel and you just screwed your tracer on. Like, that's just what it looks like, and it's like, I don't see the reasoning behind it. But I mean, hey, man, people can do their guns whatever the hell they want to do with their guns. But the speed cannon, I had it on my ARP 9 and I had it on my M4 for a minute. I loved it. The speed cannon was cool. I had the 6-inch. I did not like the restrictions of using just the lighter S tracer. And the other one you said, the speed cut handguard, I don't know if I've seen that one directly, unless you're talking about mine, which is a Mac, the carbon one. Yeah, bomb is usually always fun at ACS. I tend to not even go for the objective too much. I went in there on that game for a minute, to take bomb. But after that, I usually just leave the room and just let somebody else have it. I just like shooting people. I can care less about the objective when it boils down to it. Most of the time. 500. Yeah, see, it adds up. You said just a sleeper, so I mean, if you're just doing internal parts and stuff like that, I mean, pistols get expensive. They get really expensive. Yeah, Speed Tech is where I got mine. My Mac. I really like mine a lot because I have the versatility of using whatever tracer I want now. And I thought on getting the blaster, and I ended up not getting the blaster, or not the blaster. I had the blaster at one point. I didn't have it long. I sold it to a teammate. I thought about getting the Bifrost. I shot at one, maybe I think it was last week, and just shot through it. And there's something about the sound that just it doesn't sit with me well. Oh, and my teammate, if y'all know him as Leo, Esmond, he got the Brighter C Speed QB Tracer. It comes with 2 adapters. So I ended up, my homie gave me one of the tips. So this tip is from that brand. I know you cannot see much. Here, I'll pull it off. So this is the Brighter C Tracer. So this is basically the same thing as Speed QBs, because it is the same thing. They just have their label on it. And this is the tip that come with it. So there was 2 of them, and he kept the red one and gave me the black one. So these are able to screw on to the C, and no problem. I think they look pretty dope. They're pretty strong. I like them, and it fit on no problem. So I got the look of it, but I don't have a speed one, nor do I genuinely care. Is the Esg Grip Durable? The Gen 1 Monk, don't get it. The Gen 2 is strong, but it can still break. They can break. The Euro Tactics one, that's the one I have, and my teammate Spiffy has one. They're strong. I mean, they're bulkier, but they're stronger. Like they're strong. But yeah, the Gen 2 for sure is. They did like a durability test of that thing, like ran it over and everything. So, and threw it. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can buy the tips separate. I don't know. I just, me and the homies, when we got stuff like this, we just kind of, support the homies. And Esmond's a good friend of mine, and just gave it to me. He's going to use the red one because Esmond has a black and red theme. I have no idea if you can buy it separate, though. I would, to be all honest with you, I would say probably not, just because. But I don't know. You never know, really. I guess. Yeah, but they're pretty dope. It looks good. But like we said on it, even the poll or not poll. I mean, my statement doesn't change. You're paying for the name, but I mean, because I think the regular Brighter C's are like, $60. Sorry, my mic cut out there for a minute. I hit the cord. I'll repeat what I said just in case. The name is what you're paying for, but the Brighter C's I think are around $50-$60. So really what you're paying for extra, which these are around $80, almost $90. Not these. The Speed QB brand ones, it does seem to come with 2 tips, 2 different color tips, which is a plus. And it does have the name Speed QB, so you're paying a little bit for the name. I don't know, man. It says it's going to, according to my forecast, it's going to storm tomorrow and stuff. So if it rains, I won't play in the rain like that. I'm not even fond too much anymore playing outside, but I'll do it. But if it's raining, I have a battery powered gun. I got like electrical system inside mine. I'm not chancing it, and definitely not with the AG. That's all electrical. So, uh, if my trigger board on my Polar Star gets wet or anything like that, that means necessarily ruin it. The 8-year poured down raining out there. If you was at the 8-year at ACS, there was a point where it poured down, and Esmond's gun got wet, and it went into full auto like in the middle of the game. I thought it was ruined, but it dried out and it went back to its norm. So we'll just have to see. But nonetheless, just kicking it out there is sometimes good. I mean, there's been times I just chill, like just literally sit. Me and my team usually sit in the same area, same table, so we just kind of just hang out there, just because it's an escape, go hang out with the boys. And HPA tanks, so that's going to depend. Really, what you're comfortable with. If you can get air pretty frequently, or if you ever decide to you think you might get a Euro, then I would go with the 48 or 50, just because they're smaller. They are a little lighter than the 68. I don't think you should go in the 90s. They're just too big, too heavy. Give me a second. I have the 48 4500 Empire. That's what mine is, and with a red line regulator on it. And this is the reason I got this one was because of the Euro, because I didn't want a big old tank back here. So this way really put it really close to me. It acted just as if a stock, small tank. Holds the same pressure, 4500 as a 68, but I mean just not getting as much of it. But we are blessed enough with one of our sponsors. We get just air. We don't have to buy air. We always got air. So that's a blessing. It's a big blessing for us and our team. But if you're going, more I sit there and say on that, and you talk about the adapter, then you're running pistol, then yeah, I would definitely say a 48. Just lighter kind of feel. I mean, trying a pistol. You'll still be running a backpack though, unless you want. You could theoretically run that on one of the Speed QB belts. I don't have mine nearby. I'm giving it away. It's in my trunk. But you could run it on the back of there and just run your line up. But it's not the fond idea for me, just because I take out running. I cut out running and it'd be too much bouncing and stuff. So yeah, the Wolverine regulators are really good. That's exactly what I was running. The Wolverine Storm is what I had in my Euro Tactics ESG. It was a super dope reg. Works very well. Its refresh time was mint. If it's an SLP, yeah, if it's a low pressure one, you can't use it on a high pressure one. There is a difference between the tanks. Some are lower pressure, some are higher pressure. So if it's a higher pressure one, you can't use that regulator on it. It'll mess it up. You'll have to get one like mine, the red line. So the higher pressure ones like that, like a red line, they're still 120. The Wolverines are still about $120. Polar Stars are still about $120. I mean, you are getting a little bit. You are saving a little bit with the amped ones, but you have to consider that within your tanks too. But if you get a high pressure regulator, it's not going to matter if you put it on a high pressure tank or a lower pressure tank. You can still use it on both. So my suggestion would just bite the nail a little bit and just get the more expensive one just for the long run, if that makes any sense. I'm sorry, Airsoft QB. Yo, what's yo, man? We just vibing on yours. Or it's more of a Q&A, yeah, so I don't know. I got asked the other day, do I plan on having any other like a 2022 build, more or less. And no, I don't have like, I'm starting the year out with a new gun. I'm carrying old Betsy right into the next year. She's faithful to me. I really like my gun. I really enjoy my gun. I'm gonna enjoy my AEG once this other part gets here. Hopefully it'll be here next week sometime. So I'm not gonna do a video going through that. So do not expect it. Like, that's too much going on. It's just too much. On the shimming part and the this and the that, and there's always little things that go on. So I'm not gonna do a video like putting it together, but I may put, I don't know, in the guts of it and stuff, open up. I'll probably put a picture of it on Instagram or something. I just did a loadout video not long ago. I will have a. I'm actually transferring over to Speedsoft a little bit on a lot of their gear. So actually on the 15th, I'm going to pick up their whole chest rig, which looks a lot like. Right now, I have the SpeedQB one, the Atom Pack. It's pretty dope. I like it a lot. It's been durable. It seems like a hit or miss though. Some guys have had them fail on them. These are pretty awesome, but I'm getting the same general one, but it's Speedsoft brand, and I'll actually show you. Let me look it up, and then I'll pop the screen over. So I'm actually going to be playing with that one for the first tournament of the year at Shot Zone. Let me find this real quick. I might end up having to go to pull up their site. Yeah, it's really dope. It's more backpackish, which is really cool with me. Being it gives a little bit wider on the shoulders. The SpeedQB is a little bit more narrow, and it can tend to kind of cut a little bit. Here's one. This is a camo with green. Okay, let me click my screen over and I'll show you. This one, I'm not getting this one, this color. This is the camo green complete. So I'm not, this ain't this. I'm getting a solid black one that I'll be running. But these are really dope. They, like I said, the shoulder part gives, you know, it's tighter, you know, or wider. So I mean, it's just that's a plus to me. They're just really nice. And I'm really excited about getting it. So I'll be buying a whole lot more and representing a whole lot more Speedsoft stuff. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but 2022 is around, you know, a few hours away. They're dope though. I mean, and they are cheaper. I give it that. Like, nothing to knock at SpeedQB. I'm a SpeedQB fan. I love SpeedQB gear. But just to look at I didn't want to go to events. It does that to me every time. I need to erase that from my history. Just going to theirs, you're going to be paying about twice. Twice is what it's going to cost you just through Speedsoft. It's their gear. I mean, I like their gear, and a lot of people do. I mean, I'm not going to say that at all. But, so the Atom Pack. Well, are you going to pull over there? Yeah. So here you go. It's $164 just for this. I guess this is the new one though, because I don't know if it's a zipper on the bottom. So you're looking at $164 for that. I mean, what are you getting that's much difference? They look alike, don't they? What's up, Phil? I see you joined in here on with us. 2v2, 3v3 in 2022. I'm game, dude. I'll 1v1 people. I ain't scared. I'd like to. I mean, we've done plenty of 2v2, 3v3s out there at Shot Zone, like on scrimmage and stuff. Nah, man, you ain't late, bro. I jumped in. I didn't say anything about coming on. Well, I did it yesterday and stuff, but I was like, one of my homies really couldn't get on, so I just decided to get on. Happy New Year to you there, Freeland. I'm excited about having you on, bro. I'm super super pumped about it. Yeah, I ran the Speed QB belt too. So I ran the one with different. It had the. Oops. I might be honest. Yeah, it's right there. So I ran the same one. No, I think that one's a newer one. I didn't pay that much for mine. General Jet. Yeah, this one's the newer one. So it's a newer version. It's got better clips on. Looks like these are different. But I ran one of these, and I've had different quick strips for them. But I don't have it now. I'm giving mine away to a teammate that's going to use it. But they're rather nice. They are. I ran this when I ran my ARP. A 3v3 tournament? It's plausible, I guess. No, yes and no on my AEG. I got, no, what I was saying originally in here that, no, it's fixed, but it's not fixed. Cubby Soft. Two of my teammates run Cubby Soft, and they both love them. One of them's in the comments. And one of the guys with me on A, known as Image, he, or Imagine. I swear it looked like Image to me. It's in Brady. Not an R6, no. Are you gonna play tomorrow? ACS, I'm gonna try if we're able to. Anywhere else, no. Yeah, I mean, tournaments, I kind of, when I think on a 3v3 tournament, I mean, tournament-wise, I mean, I've done it and other people have done it several times. There's been times I've shot 3 people on the field and took 3 out. I mean, it wouldn't take much. It'd be a very quick match. Now, if you did it a little faster, so SpeedQB rules, if you're going off their rules for the game, you have 3-minute rounds. 3 matches, 3-minute rounds is the limit. So if you go with it like that, let me change this again. If you go with it like that, and maybe shorten the time like 90 seconds in between each round, it puts a little bit more pressure and stuff. That would kind of, I mean, you get smaller group, make it smaller time, smaller situation, maybe less mags, like 500 mags or something like that. Kind of intense the pressure a little bit. I think it would be cool. But I mean, most scrimmages and stuff like that where I've played, there's usually been a case where 3v3, 2v4, 2v5, 1v5. Yeah, there's a lot. Lots that you could do. I wish I'd had some coffee, though. I have coffee now, but I didn't make any coffee. I should have. Rex, you gonna be out there tomorrow? Hopefully see you out there. It's a question. There's something for 2022. Is a new microphone. I need a new mic. It's a pretty cheap mic. The power cord in the back's getting messed up. P-Star Jack. All day. Like, if you're gonna... I'm always gonna put HPA over AEG. 10 out of 10 times. Always. But at DSG, I mean, I had a teammate that had one. He had issues with it pretty frequently. It's a very fast gun. I mean, if you plan on shooting a lot of full auto and stuff like that, I mean, sure. But, I mean, it's going to wear your gun out pretty quick. I want to build one. I mean, I'm going to pick up the parts for it when I go to the tournament. I got a guy from another team that's going to sell me some 13-1 DSG gears. So I'm going to try one. I'm going to try to build it. I think I'll get away with it. I think I'll be able to make one. But I don't know if it's something I would run a lot. But me, like, just even my response, should you get a jack or a DSG? I mean, that's the same scenario for me when I look at both of mine, and even when I have mine up to par where I want it, I'm going to grab my Polar Star a lot more than I'll grab my AG. The Bifrost for the first time tomorrow. The Bifrosts are cool, man. I mean, they're genuinely cool. I think there was a lot of hype train, and a lot of people jumped on them at first when they come out. It was one of those mesmerizing, like, ooh, what the hell is that, you know? But I don't know. I just don't want to jump on the bandwagon about it. Just myself, personally. I mean, hey, I'm gonna be on for a few more minutes, man. My wife don't get off for a little bit, so I'll be kicking it for a little bit there, Caleb. I mean, I'm really just kind of answering questions more than anything, the best I can. There's gonna be a lot of, you might ask me something I don't know, and I ain't gonna lie to you or sugarcoat it like I know. I was like, I don't know. I'm also talking in messages as well. Oops. Yeah, so I was going to shout it out, man, just in case any of y'all happen to be in here that don't know. East Coast Speedsoft group, Facebook, go hit it up. Come holler at us. Come hang out with us. Post your guns, post your gear, post your whatever. Just keep it airsoft related. Strictly airsoft. I mean, we can all vibe out and talk about other things and stuff, but most posts, most people are going to want airsoft, you know. Yeah, I know. Sometimes, we joke about that sometimes. Preston will make a post on Friday. It says rain or shine, we're playing, and then Saturday morning we get rained out. But even then, if so, I mean, I'm sure the store will still be open. So even if they don't play, I mean, I may still go out there with and kick it. Steven, what's up, man? The first time I seen you in here. Glad to see you in here, bro. Since you can't find a charger, what other gun should you get tomorrow? Bro, I gotta be honest, dude. You said he was getting a 5.56, so the G&G 5.56. I would get it. like, I would get it. They have, when I was there yesterday, I think they had two of them. They had the polymer one and they had the metal one. Honestly, in my own opinion, go with the metal one because it has the quick change spring system in it, and the polymer one does not. You'll thank me later on down the line. I would love to have one. But at the same time, I don't think just because of charger situation, man, like, you can find a charger somewhere. Like, somebody can. Have you posted in the ACS Facebook group yet? If anyone's selling one or anything like that? I have. I've never played in like a major event, like Iron Horse or something like that. Like, I've never played in a Milsim like that. Only Milsims I've played were ish Milsims at ACS. I'm just not a Milsim guy. Like, I'm not completely against it. I'm just, it's just not my gig. Nothing against it at all. Like, it's pretty badass, but I'm just not a Milsim player. Again, it's one of those tomatoes of airsoft. But they're airsoft players. We're airsoft players. They're airsoft players. So no matter what you look like, how you're going about it, at the end of the day, you're shooting a plastic BB that's 6 millimeters out of the barrel and shooting it at your opponent. Whatever you look like, whatever your gun looks like, it's irrelevant. We're doing the same thing. We're shooting each other with plastic. So, but I would love to go to one. In a sense, if it's the right one. Indoors, breaching kind of thing, that'd be cool. Out there in the middle of the field and a bunch of woods, and I may get shot and bleed out because there's no medic around, and have to sit there for an hour with a dead rag on my head. Like, I'm good. Can we see your main gun? I showed it a minute ago. I'll show it again, I guess. That one. It's a 5.56, so a little bit of everything. It's got the matte carbon rail on it. That's 7-inch. Yeah, run EPM 1s in it. The PTS grip. This is actually a newer one. I have the beaver tail one that's on my AEG. It has a Polar Star jack in it. Wherever the hole's at, right here. A retro hop up. This actually only has a 603 brass barrel in it. SSG 1 stock. So, and a braided line and a speed trigger. But this is my baby right here. This is my baby. I love this gun. I really love this gun. And no, I don't have selector switches. This one's actually broke right there. But I don't run full auto at all. Even my FCU setting for full auto is set to 1. I don't run it at all. I believe I'm going to pass Avalon along and get a SpeedQB rifle. Yes, bro. Steven, please get into it. SpeedQB, a lot of people knock it until they try it. And there's a lot. I would love to convert every Milsim player there is to a Speedsoft SpeedQB kind of world. It's just because a lot of people love the adrenaline of just the game itself, and SpeedQB and CQB kind of games does that. It intensifies it. It's faster. It's funner. To me, it's a lot funner. It's more aggressive. It's more competitive. I love that. Can you put a sleep trigger on an AEG? A speed trigger on an AEG? Yeah, actually you can. As long as you have the right trigger board, yeah, you can do that. You can. About all of them are damn near compatible. A lot of them are. They're basically designed in pretty much the same way. In which I have a trigger right here. So like this max trigger, this would work in my Polar Star. It would work on my trigger board, because my trigger board is literally a small button. That's it, just a micro little button, and every time you pull the trigger and you have this set, this little corner right here is the only thing that's going to hit that button. That's it, every single time. And this I had in my GNG earlier, and for that GNG SRS has the trigger board is the red one, and it has a small button just like the Polar Star. Or like it's got the feel of like a black leaf trigger. So yeah. I don't blame you, man. Yeah, ripping it off to accidentally going full auto. I did it one time to somebody. I had 5 round burst on and hit it right when I was running in there at them and lit them up with 5 piece. If it's stock, you ask that CM16 SR XL have a higher RPM. Yeah, get faster gears, stronger. Maybe put the 11-1. I mean, if you're playing with a 7 lipo and you jump it up to an 11, you'll see the difference right off the rip. And your RPM, that off the go, it's going to shoot faster. Um, but gears for sure. So come stock 18, put some 13s in there. Or you can go crazy with it, make it a DSG. If you don't know what a DSG is, for any of that might not, it's a dual sector gear. So like I don't have a sector gear nearby. Yeah, I do. So this is a SSG gear. It only has teeth right here on the half side. So from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it has the gears. A DSG has gears on one side and on the other side, and there's a space in between. So basically, it does 2 cycles, dual, just like each, back to back, one, 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 one. So that's DSG, and they actually have a TSG as well. So it's 3 of them on there, like 3 sets of teeth, and it's whoa, that's too much. Good idea. I got the stream. If you want, I mean, you can come back, man. If you want to, just go post that up real quick about getting that chart. But I promise you, man. Like the 5.56, I think the difference, to be honest with you, from the polymer to the metal one out of ACS is like $15 too. That $15, my opinion, go with the metal 5.56. Yeah, the motor itself can do a lot. But even if you don't have a really fast one, I mean, still putting some gears off in that thing for sure. Little things can do stuff like that, just adding it up. Upgrades do you recommend for the G&G SSG1? Pretty much, honestly, I'd say the same stuff I just did to mine. So put a new a one that's got 2 gaskets around it. It's the cylinder head, maybe a metal nozzle, but that's not necessarily required. But just maybe a metal one. It'll be a little bit stronger when it's hitting the barrel or the BB's inside the hop up. So a new cylinder head, new spring. You can change your piston if you need to, but I mean, really shouldn't have to. New gears. Put those in there, and maybe a good MOSFET as well. So if you can get the Aster or the Titan or even the Perun one that I'm getting, that one, I think there's a Jefferson one, but I don't know nothing on it. But there's a few different MOSFET options if you're gonna keep it AEG. But they're pretty dope coming out right out the gate. SSG1, I mean G&G does a great job. The higher end G&G guns do a really good job stock. But if you want to go to the extra level, just put an engine in it. Just put an HPA engine in it. Personally, that's my opinion. Really boils down to it. But if you DJ, if you have any questions or anything like that, I mean, you can message me on Instagram or something like that, like later on about the SSG1. And I will try to help out in any way I can, bro. I don't have any videos on SSG1 at all. I don't even care. Well, I like the G&G part. I like the upper and lower. And obviously the stock. I have the stock. But I don't like the stock that slants. It's just not me. I don't even like drop stocks. Best mags to use is EPM ones, hands down. Best mags going around right now. EPM ones. These are hands down the best ones. But you can still go with the these EPM ones. You can go with the EPMs. They're 250 round. I'm sorry, 150 round. These are 250 round. They have also these EPM S's, which are 170 round, which are a little shorter. Bamps are really good. The Bamf mag, they're 190 round. Elite, excuse me, Elite Force ones, they'll work, but I wouldn't recommend them. Like, their Elite Force is one of those mags just kind of get you by for the moment until you get some new ones. But you say you just upgraded your hop up. What hop up did you upgrade to? Did you go with a Pro Win, a Max, a Retro? My opinion right now, the best two hop ups on the market are the Max and the Retro. Pro Win, yeah, you can get by with them still, but I don't particularly like. I think you should just go with the Retro or Max. Oh man, you're so tempting there, Caleb. For you that don't see the comment, it says, "Do you need a Cerakote job for those mags? Maybe purple with the pirate skulls. That would be dope. That would be dope. We may have to talk. We may have to talk. We really will. We'll get into that. We might have to discuss that. That's a really good idea. A dark space like purple. Did y'all see that? Like some purple mags with my pirate theme on it, or even my logo on it. That'd be kind of cool. Which I'm finally getting some logos next week. Some PNGs. Oh, I said PNGs. I'm sorry. Some patches. I'm pretty pumped about it. So I'm only gonna have 30 of them. So if y'all happen to want one, if you just happen to want to put a Steve patch on it, just get a hold of me and I will try to get one out through y'all, working with you any way I can. Give me a second, I'll be able to pull it up. So I'm pretty excited about having my own patch though. I mean, we got PVZ ones and stuff like that, and a lot of my homies have patches. But I don't have one yet, so I was like, I gotta fix that because I need a patch. It's like my own little patch. Okay. Alright, that's not the newest one. I'm sorry, bear with me, y'all. I gotta get it to me. I do not have it on my computer, so I will get it to my computer. And then I will show you. Boom. Come on, pull up. Okay. Let me display the main screen. Go back to here. Okay, so that one's the one I'm doing. It's 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I think they're gonna be pretty dope. I made this PNG logo. Yeah, I think my camera just stopped. I'm sorry, y'all can still hear me. My camera just totally overheated for a moment. So you can. I don't know. I mean, 2.5 by 3.5 is big enough for me because I don't want it to stand out too much directly. But at the same time, I want it to be a little something. But this PNG, the guns, it was actually Caleb that said something about it. Maybe making this a little bit more detail in the guns, but I kind of like it where it's just, it almost looks like a bone. So that's the vibe to it. Is, I mean, y'all know I kind of pick up on the pirate stuff, so I mean that's what I'm going with. I'm gonna try to catch my camera back on in a minute. GoPro just likes to heat up sometimes, so I'll try to get it back in a minute. I appreciate it. I like it, man. I mean, I'm going to have 30 of them at first and try it out and see how many people actually want them. we'll see. Yeah, I have before. I didn't on that one. I actually had it sitting out just a little bit, Caleb. It was just sitting there. Um, but I had that issue before, what you're talking about with having the battery in it before. It may pick back up. Discord really don't like the GoPro at all. Say it's back now. So I figured I just had to turn it off a second. I appreciate that, man. I'd be honored to have one of my patches. I mean, I ain't nobody, bro. Like I am nobody. But thank you, bro. Like it'd be nice to and tickled to see my patch on somebody else. It tickles me to death when I watch. Some teams have our teams, people have our green and black PBZ airsoft patches, and it's always kind of cool to see other people with them on. We have new ones now. They're smaller. Uh, and no, I'm sorry, I cannot give any of y'all these patches. They're smaller like this, but these are directly for all of the players. So people that play for PBZ. And no, for if anybody asks or anything like that, unfortunately, we are not looking for any players. We're not trying to add any players, anything like that. We don't really. There's been a few people that ask, but we just kind of like. I don't know. We watch people, and then we kind of just pick or seek out who we're looking for. Not that we're anybody, man. We're just another team, bro. Actually, man, I'm not gonna be making pretty much nothing off them by the price of what I'm putting into it. So I made them $4 or something like that, just so I can kind of put something towards getting some more. But I'm not gonna be making anything off them, believe me. It's more just to get them out there. I'd like to see my patch on other people. That'd be really cool. TJ, we have known TJ this whole time. We have watched TJ play, and we approached TJ. TJ was originally kind of playing with PKZ, um, and we almost deboed him in a sense, but we wanted to take him. But I know TJ wanted to play with us. But TJ is an awesome. TJ has earned his spot on PBZ. Again, we're the team I play for. I mean, we run around, we play. We're a bunch of homies, but we're just another airsoft team, man. There's some great teams out there. I'm honored to be, buddies with a lot of different players, a lot of different teams, and there's some really good ones out there, and some of them whoop our ass. But at the same time, man, with TJ, we wanted to pull him in. We asked him, man, it's kind of the way we seek players out. Killshot, which is Tristan. I watched Tristan for a while out there, and liked the way he played, liked watching him play. So I asked him if he wanted to come play with us, and he was on it. And now he plays on the A team with us. He goes to tournaments. He's so on and so forth. But him and TJ is like the ones we've kind of recruited so far. Yeah, I'm on ACS Discord. I don't get on Discord too much. Yeah, I do. Try to invite people to Discord. But bro, I'm serious, man. I just got a lot going on outside, different social medias. What's up, my dude? Well, actually, Happy New Year's to you, bro. For real. We just kicking it. I'd buy one if I can in person. Yeah, I mean, I'll have some out there at ACS, those patches later on, so. But back on the TJ thing real quick, TJ is a solid player. TJ is strategic and TJ vibes with us. So, what I mean, a lot of teams do it, but that's what I like about with the guys I play with. We play together so much. We know what the other one's gonna do before we do it, and we just kind of sync. If that makes any sense. Some Yahtzee. Oh man, I ain't played Yahtzee in a long time, man. But Happy New Year's to you, bro. I hope you have a great one for real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get the EPM one. If All right, yeah, the EPM ones for the adapter, yeah, they're good. EPM ones, I think EPM ones are better for the rifle myself. The EPM S's, oh crap, I lost it. I lost my whole entire rig and everything. All right, so the EPM S's are smaller. I don't know how much you can tell on this. So they are slightly smaller, and they're 170 round. I think these would be better with a pistol. I don't have one in an adapter around me. But definitely the 170s over the 250s when it comes to pistol. But both work. I mean, both work flawlessly, and they're strong. They're very strong. They're really good, and they have the fuel gauges on them. So sometimes they break. The fuel gauges do. So it can be deceiving, but the fuel gauges alone is a lifesaver. Mm. Man, my patch. I see you said you just started recently, so you gotta start your patch collection. Man, I don't even have a gang of them. I got some. I usually keep on my rig, more or less, and then I have some on the hood of my car on the inside. Um, Recently, one picked up from Joker Media, so shout out to Joker Media, good photographer, videographer. He's done the HTK event. He's doing Shot Zone. Man, promote this guy out there. Uh, the old lumberjack patch. This one's a super dope one. We got the Pumbaa one, Speaky B ones. This one I actually just picked up from a good solid player. He was on here with the well, not this podcast. PBZ not long ago, and of course HTK, and they're dirty because I slipped in the mud. But I switch these out every once in a while, and these are players I know personally. My Houdini one I think is in my car. I just have several, and they're good. Good little patches to have. Patches are cool. Patches are like trading cards in the airsoft world. Oh shoot, that's gonna depend. When I'm bored, yes. What inner barrel do you recommend in size? It just depends, man. It depends. Kind of what gun it's going in. Would make the difference. Whether I say an '01, if it's going to rifle, it's going on a pistol. Is it going, submachine? What's it going in? But honestly, man, you can never go wrong with just. Ain't everything got to be a tight bore like an O or an '01. Not everything's got to be that. I mean, '03s. I shoot an '03, and it works great. I find O's and '01s you have to clean them so much more frequently, and it's kind of annoying. And sometimes it gets dirty in the middle of a match, and it has your BB shooting all over the place. I haven't seen the TAP backpack, but if you wasn't here a minute ago, um, the one for actually here I'll show you again. Um, this one from Speedsoft is pretty dope. A little well, not necessarily this one. They got different colors, so I think it's about $10 more than the other ones. But I would go honestly this one even over the Speaky B one. So just, so that's an example conclusion, kind of what you can build it up to be. And that's going to the extreme. They're pretty boss, man. I like them a lot. So I'll be playing a tournament with one of these on the next tournament. I'm excited about it. Oh man. Okay, so what Caleb just said in the comments. I'll leave that in the background. What Caleb just said in the background. I said in the background. Comments. I'm getting tired. Talking about the trading cards. I said something about it a minute ago. Patches are kind of like trading cards. He said, speaking of trading cards, sounds like Joker's going to do them for the Shot Zone tournament. Joker, who's what we're talking about, is the patch I just shown you. He's the videographer, photographer. Go like him on Facebook, Instagram. Holler at the dude. And he's on YouTube. Probably going to have to do one from each player. So he's going to probably do some from the tournament. That would be cool, man. Like, to see trading cards. Like, I would... Can you imagine that? But, like, man, I got 2 Predators, 3 Houdinis, 7 Pumbas, a Spiffy, and 1 kill shot for that slide. You know, it's just kind of like, it goes back to, like, almost like a childhood of playing with, like, Magic cards or Pokemon cards or baseball cards. Be really dope to kind of see. I like the example he gave the other day in the chat. It had sarcasm, more or less, for the caption. I like that. I mean, obviously, like real stats or something like that. I don't think we're not leagued up enough for that yet. But I think it'd be kind of cool just to have. I want a holographic one. A holographic, you know, like the old holographic Charizard kind of thing. Holographic Ninetales, you know, Pokemon cards or something. I'm lying. I don't really want a holographic one. I like to have a card, though. That would be cool. I talking about my hat, my Speaky Bee hat. I like this hat, man. I just want to order, and actually, it matches the same exact shirt that I got on. The font does, so follow through Speaky Bee. I like that. I'd really like to have a card, man. That'd be really kind of cool. I'd almost be. I don't know. I don't want to say I'd be a little vain. I'd have one right next to me over here by my desk. This guy's would be cool. In all honesty, too, I'd probably have to have a duplicate of almost everyone because I'd like want y'all to sign it. So like Predator, if I had one from you, like, dude, sign this, bro. Like that'd be dope. My own teammates and stuff, like, sign this, man. Just be cool, you know. It's like living the dream, even if we ain't living the dream, you know. Or at least, you know, act like we are. Like, why not? I mean, ideally for me, I'd love to play airsoft I mean, if we ever could career play airsoft, like in the whole airsoft world, it's exactly what I'd want to do. Like, exactly. I meant to change this camera, not that. I don't know if it probably. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Probably the F2. If I get a different engine, it'd probably be the F2. But I did skip the F2 at one point. I got a Redline N7 over the summer and put it inside of an ARP9 and ran it. And even had it inside my ERG Eurotactics grip for a minute. A Redline. And an ARP9 and a Euro grip. F2 gang. Y'all can have it, man. I mean, we ain't. It's that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like there should be any animosity between the F1 or the F2 and the Jag. Like, I mean, they're really the F2 is just a little bit more, and twice the problem. So you had both solenoids go out on your F2. It's gonna cost you, 140, 150 bucks to fix that. Oh yeah, if I won the lottery, I'd definitely play airsoft. I'd have a business. If I, like, hypothetically, we want to go on that level of lottery stuff. Yeah, I'd own a field. I'd own a business. I'd do a lot of stuff with airsoft. If it was enough money, I would try to. I don't know. I'd try to. I don't know. It depends on how much money it was. Yeah, the pictures would be a big thing. You should almost bring your gear though, to the tournament, man, just so we can get that picture. I know you ain't playing, but just so me and Predator though, we was talking about. He's got the, if y'all know him, he's got the white dye mask and the white dreads. Well, a few months back ago, I was like, I love the dreads. I've loved the dreads ever since, man. I was like, those are cool. And he ended up hooking me up with the gray and black ones, so I have gray and black dreads. Sometimes I wear them. Usually when it's cold, and playing outside, I'll wear them. Indoor, I get really hot. It's a lot. But we're talking about having like a fight night kind of picture where the two of us stand off, both of us having the dreads on. Would be just a really dope picture. Amen. Airsoft for life. It is me too, man. Like, that'll be a profile picture. Like, that would certainly be a profile picture. I think it'll bring a lot of little. I think it'll get some attention. Be a good picture, man. Doing that, and then like our 1v1, like have POVs from our 1v1 in a third person too. So like Joker like recording us playing 1v1, and plus adding your camera view, my camera view, in a video. Speeds off Australia, what's up, y'all? Appreciate you have y'all back in the comments again. I had the Milsim version, if you're asking for the red line. The Milsim red line N7 Milsim. Shot Zone is a beast, man. I wish we could go out there this weekend, man, but we have to really kind of plan that kind of thing. I mean, not really, but I mean, we kind of do. It's a committed 9 hours of kind of riding, and that's us stopping for a minute and stuff like that. So it turns into about 9 hours of driving total for that day, there and back. So, I haven't got confirmation with our team yet, but I would really like to see us go up there. At least some of us come up on the 14th, on that Friday, and stay the night. Even if we don't stay Saturday night, but maybe just coming up Friday night. I lose my mouse when I have more than one monitor. You'll like Shot Zone though, man. You would like it a lot. If you haven't been there yet. I know you haven't been there when I was there, I don't believe. Ugh. It'd be nice to kick it with y'all, man. Like, I know Praetorians are coming up that Friday, and I think they're staying till that Sunday. It'd be a good opportunity off the field outside of the business part of it, to just hang out, man. It's not a lot going on there. It is kind of a small town, and they had a lot of construction going on there the 2 times I've been there, but it's a super dope place. Yeah, Shot Zone it's really nice, man. And I said it last night in the PBZ podcast, that man, I think Ethan is doing it big, man. I talked to this dude a few months ago. He was messaging me, talking about the field and stuff and some ideas that he had, and it just, bro, he's doing it. This guy is doing it, and I have no doubt that Shot Zone is going to be a lighthouse for the East, in the mid, and central, and it's it's an awesome place, and I have no doubt that he's going to take it to new extended links. Speed QB brand or a Speed Tech brand, or not Speed Tech, Speed Soft brand. Like, stick the brand with the brand when it comes to that belt. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can use, a Lancer Tacticals. Honestly, whatever it takes to kind of get in there. But a belt, it's kind of, what I see a little bit better is having ones that, they're tighter on the mag so you don't drop them. The chest kind of, you can make looser kind of mag pouches, but on the belt it tends to have it a little bit tighter on the mag. Yeah, it's going to be a super dope weekend, man. The whole thing is. And so that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to, for me, myself, I know if we leave out that morning, my team, man, we're going to be rolling deep. So we'll be, PVZ A and B are coming up to compete. So we'll be completely deep. Maybe 3 cars possible. And I would like to vibe with everybody, not just, show up, not have much time, gearing up, getting ready, examining the field, checking layouts, angles, corners, playing a tournament, and then bouncing. Like, I don't particularly want to do that. I think there's more to the whole weekend than that. Even if I got to drive myself up there. Is Shot Zone officially speed soft? I don't know. I don't know. I'll let Ethan confirm anything Ethan wants to say, confirm or deny or whatever. But I know they are much more on the speed soft vibe of things, and keep it real with you. So am I. I'm pushing. I'm pushing away onto it. Speed soft. I hope. I hope, man. I got a new beanie coming, so I need to check the tracking on that for Speed Soft. Speed Soft does have great products. I think, and I think it's kind of undermined a little bit. SpeedQB is like the main headline kind of news in the world like that when it comes to this. But at the same time, it doesn't have to be like that. That they're the only ones. I don't particularly like us over here having to live in the shadows of what goes on in the West. To keep it 100 with you. It feels like that a lot of the times. I feel like the East Coast is hindered in a lot of ways, and we try to, catch the attention of the West, do all this. But I'm just, me and somebody else I was talking about the other day, man. It's just like, man, just let us over here on the East Coast do our own damn thing. Like, I don't want to live in the shadows of someone else, man. I want us to be unique over here. We ain't got to copycat nobody. We can just do us, play airsoft, and bring a whole new, excuse me, bring a whole new vibe and energy to the culture that other places don't have, and let it be unique. And one thing I think is extremely important when it comes over here is communication and good energy and vibes toward each other. I want to sound like a damn Buddhist. I'm not. But I'm saying in the sense of give good, just man, let's team up, let's join up, let's be cool with each other, let's play some airsoft, let's grow the culture, let's get other people to play. I love this game. I love the concept of airsoft. I think it's the coolest thing. Like, I think literally I get to play the coolest sport in the world. And I want to attract other people to come play it. I'd love to convert every Milsom player I meet. Just come play, see more teams, see more competition. There's so much potential over here, and I think it just needs to burst out. Bro, you ain't kidding. We have talked to them a few times about we wish we could have a what's known as a speed QB field out at ACS, or even off in the corner and stuff like that, and maybe run games in between the other games. I mean, those games last, even if you max out the rounds, you're 9 minutes. That's maxing out 3 rounds, 3 minutes apiece. It's 9 minutes. We sit out there in between breaks, 10 to 15 minutes sometimes. So it'd be easy to run small games through there, and even so, me and some of my own team, like, we wouldn't even have to necessarily be playing like one of those games. I will go out there and, like, ref for something or watch for something, but I mean, most guys are honorable with it. So I mean, all you really got to do is just have somebody get a buzzard time on it. But just little scrimmages. I mean, we do that in Nashville. When we go to tournaments, we usually play scrimmages in between the open play games. As soon as they're coming off, we come on, and we'll go out to a Speaky V field and just kind of run scrimmages for a minute. But I wish ACS would do that. Yep, just like SPL or NXL. Yeah, I agree. Like, I completely agree. He knows too much, Mr. President. Yeah, man. I with that again, man. Is I really want to see a whole new vibe over here. Like, I do. Like, and I feel restrained a lot, and especially for us here at PBZ. Like, we don't officially play for a field. We play at ACS, but don't get it twisted. We don't play for ACS as in a sense of like we're the speed, like a speed team for ACS. No, even President confirmed that. No, we play at ACS. We try to bring people to ACS to play with us and stuff like that, but we don't. It sucks that PBZ does not have a team or not a team. I'm sorry, a field that we represent. We do not play for Shot Zone. We do not play for Nashville. Nashville, it would be the closest thing to kind of who we would play for in a sense, where we play the most consistently at and stuff like that. But we do not play by field. We're not sponsored by field. We play for PBZ. Like, our whole team is our team, and we are all homies on the field and off the field. Life been good since I started airsoft, dude. I'm gonna like triple facts, bro. Like, if I could give you like a little 100 emoji kind of thing going on right then, I would like boost it across the screen. Cause I agree with you. Airsoft has completely changed my life for the good. Not so much for my wallet, but for the good. Um, I've met some really, really, really cool people. Some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life. I'm in my early 30s, and they're the coolest people that I've ever kind of met. So much love, man. I don't know if it's a Eastern Southern kind of hospitality kind of thing going on. But most people genuinely give a shit about the other person. We try to help the other person. We're just cool with the other person. It's a whole community within itself, and I wish more focus could get onto that. And nobody wants to have the bad vibes. It's okay to talk. Say got two riving teams. You got, let's say we got Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. You know, you get up to the stage. You know, you put on the persona. You know, you got to hype up the crowd. You know, there's gonna be this fight going on, but you kind of leave it there. But off that, you know, your homies and stuff. So, on a speed field or airsoft field, anything like that, it's like when the horn blows, it's all business. You're my best friend, but I'm gonna shoot you if I see you. In a competitive way, and it's an honorable way, and things like that. And you're not trying to hurt them; you're trying to outsmart them, outplay them, things like that. So, just on that kind of level, man, it's like it's business when horn blows, but it's, you know, even still homies when the, you know, the game, but at the same time, it gets that competitiveness in it, and it lets people, you know, man, I don't know, man. There's just a lot to it, dude. Like it airsoft has really done a lot for me. A lot of my homies have done a lot for me. And my team, and I say it for any one of my team members, if they have my back, they've showed that. I try to have their back as best I can. And not only just my own team members, but other team members. I've become so cool with Predator in here, Harrison. They probably play for Revelation. I met the Praetorians. They are super cool. Straight Airsoft. We got, I mean, gosh, in a group chat alone that we're in, we talk daily, every day, all day. It's a family thing, man. It's really cool. And so I can agree with you, man. Life has gotten better with airsoft. And I would love to take this, man. I don't hide it. I'm not just trying to, you know, like if I make a hint of something or like say something like even like this, y'all are watching me on YouTube and stuff. It's like, yeah, sure, I want to gain subscribers and do stuff like that because it's like I want to do that. It's something I want to do. I want to have a public image of playing airsoft. I want to play airsoft. I want to do that, to influence, and this is a way I can help reach other people and influence them, and they influence me, and I help them, they help me, kind of thing. So, yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, you're definitely right. You can have time to fill your mags and then make a sandwich at ACS in between the games. Yeah. TJ is an extremely good person. That kid is so cool, man. He's a good kid, and we knew that. I mean, just playing with him, just clowning with him out there, and, you know, just being the boys with him. Um, he's a super good kid, and he has his spot firmly held on PBZ. He ain't going nowhere. We won't let him go nowhere. What do you think the best way to get better at Snake? I don't play Snake ever. Like, I played it at Shot Zone. That's the only place I played it. I'm not the best person to give you opinions on Snake, by no means. I'm not the Snake player. A couple of my Snake player or these Snake players on the team A and B would be much better at giving you a consistent, good answers. That, yeah, the group chat, man, is, man, it's all day, and I love it, man. We discuss so much stuff, and then even outside of that, talking to individuals personally is just really cool. Snap shooting, yeah, I definitely said snap shooting. I agree with Brady. Brady is one of the Snake players. So Eve Godley, that's when you see a couple comments down. Brady right there, he is one of the players on PBZ on Team B as the Snake player. What's up, Hudson, man? Yeah, yeah, what he just said. I have a video on that. It's probably not the best one in the world. But snap shooting. Um, snap shooting is extremely important to kind of learn and get comfortable with. So even what he's talking about, even with snake, you're doing it at a lower level, but that's the same thing you're gonna have to do everywhere on the field. Learning to snap shoot, and snap shooting is just learning to come out quickly, take a shot, very quickly, just pop. But you're gonna want to expose least amount as possible. So every time you snap, and learning to come out consistently and not always doing the same thing. So if I pop out high this time, don't take 2 minutes to come out low, but popping out high real quick, drop, come out low, just learning to, you're trying to outsmart that other person and the timing that you're shooting at. And sometimes you can know players and how they're going to respond. There's a lot of teams at Nashville that we're like, we know exactly where they're going to go, how they play, and we study them. People tend to have the tendency to get comfortable playing airsoft, so sometimes you got to get uncomfortable to get ahead. Play a different position, do things a little differently. I can't say too much. I ain't gonna get into real details because some of it's none of y'all's business. How we do things, that's my team. Sometimes we got strategies I can't put out there. Yeah, I got shot in the hand last weekend. Yeah, I took one in the hand. Even when I wear gloves, I always have usually scars on my hands, a scab of some kind. My hands are usually good, and I usually get shot in the neck pretty good. And I just forgot my gloves that day. I actually forgot my belt too. It was at home. But normally I usually wear gloves, except when it's like blistering hot outside. It's usually the only time I don't. I mean, getting shot in the hand, my gloves are pretty thin. I think I got one right here, maybe somewhere. That's somewhere, but I got Valken ones, and they're pretty thin. They're more or less just to when it's kind of cooler outside, keep my hands from getting so cold. But I forgot them last weekend. Yeah, what Brady just said too. Yeah, that's definitely very important. The field will give you opportunity to go look at the field on a speed field, so it's best to get in every position, like even the position you're going to play. Actually just sitting out there and practicing. Peeking. What do you see? What are you glancing? Who can see you? Being very cautious of who can see you. Being cautious of a foot hanging out, because if you're snap shooting but you have your left foot hanging out from the structure and you're peeking out, well, guess what? I'm going to try to take your toes out, or whoever's going to try to take my toes out. Getting low, getting high, but peeking every angle. And sometimes there's something what you would call is like threading a needle. And threading a needle is like when two pieces of cover are, one's at a further distance and one's maybe a little closer, but they're extremely close in a sense like this. So you don't see much, but you can send a BB slick through it, like sending, a piece of string through a needle. Literally that same concept, threading the needle through there. And can you get the shot off on them through that? There's cracks of things. And sometimes you can do it in a sense. It's kind of petty, but at the same time, it's airsoft. If somebody's behind a certain cover and you have a hard cover next to them, like a wall, even take one shot at the wall. It's a ricochet. Sometimes getting shot by a ricochet, if ricochets do not count, but sometimes you ain't gonna know it's a ricochet. I've called myself on them. About everybody I know has called themselves on ricochets. I do not wear boots. I have some army boots. Sometimes I'll wear camo pants, ACS. But I wear cleats a lot. Sometimes I just wear regular Nikes. It kind of depends on what I'm feeling. Cleats are the best thing out of ACS, except indoors. They won't let you walk indoors anymore with cleats on. Oh, my chat's about to die. My phone is at 1. I watch a lot of the y'all's comments on my phone. It's just a little bit easier for me. My phone is about to die, and I wasn't going to be reading nobody's comments. What he just said, or Rex just said, with the any building with a floor at ACS is a slipping hazard with cleats. Yeah, it's one of the worst is running into what's known as embassy, where we usually play bank, or not bank, bomb. So like if you're running full throttle, you got cleats on, you run in there, it's kind of dewy, wet. Your feet are gonna you're gonna scrape the sky with your feet for sure. Yeah, what? Yeah, that's really, yeah, that's a big point. I do that a lot too. I actually learned that doing with tracers in my front yard. What I'm about to say. What Predator said was talking about lobbing a paintball. So it's kind of got like your little Kobe. Kind of send it a little differently. It's just kind of like your hop. It's rolling up and it'll come back down. So you can use that kind of to your advantage, and that's how pretty much everything, all of them are going to shoot. But you can kind of do that same concept in airsoft. So if somebody is behind a structure, just even mildly, taking your rifle and literally, instead of just shooting like this, even if you're shooting straight like this, and your normal hop up, you want just to lift a little bit and come back down. Not a lot, not down, just up a little and then down to get as far as you can with it. But you can take that same concept, and if somebody's to the right of a structure behind there, is literally just turning your gun. It'll send in that same lift. You can use that to your advantage to curve it. So almost over like a car hood or something like that, if somebody's barely behind it, you can literally just kind of turn your gun right and left and curve it just a hair. If they're at the right distance. If they're too close, it's not going to work. And you can, you could technically. If you want to take the time, like I don't like the doors right here, so I can adjust my hop up as I go, really quickly. There's been a couple times I've yanked down on it, just literally yanked and shot like this, trying to curve it around on our old field before they recently changed it. Yeah, cleats are where it's at, bro. They really are. When it comes outdoor stuff like that. And ACS stays muddy. It stays muddy. I swear it won't have to rain for 3 weeks and the sun be beaming, and ACS is still going to have a duck pond out there. They do. Yeah, new field area is so muddy. It really is. Sorry I'm looking down now. I'm trying to read y'all's chats, but I gotta keep my phone plugged in. Red Arrow 3 HTK. I'm not sure when that is. I don't know. It depends on how far it is and what's going on. Might have to save that a little bit. Maybe save that if it's something really good like that, Caleb. Maybe hold that until a couple days from now, so you can kind of blurt some stuff out and promote it out there. You're not the only one, bro. I would love to see a SPQB fill. It ain't got to be official. We do not have to make it. It ain't like you got to have Roy and any other representative he wants to send for SPQB there to authorize it, stuff like that. Because he's got like certain things you got to have, like polished concrete, stuff like that, or indoor, But just having one out there just to play, because there's plenty of players that want to do it. April's barred up. I could I can say that for or Caleb. I wouldn't be against that. I said maybe you can drop some news about that Monday. And for y'all that don't know that are in here watching with Caleb, so if y'all see Caleb in the comments here, we had him on the PBZ podcast before. Super awesome dude, also known as Predator. He's going to be on with me on Coffee and Airsoft, with me next week. So y'all make sure y'all come in and holler at him. Super cool dude. His Facebook would be there, or I'm not Facebook. His Instagram, YouTube will both be in the description, so y'all be able to show him some love, for real. Solid dude. But I tell you what, though, we're an hour and 50 minutes, my time, from New Year's. So, I will wrap this up. I appreciate y'all every single time, and I mean this. And let me look at you and look at the camera. I genuinely got mad love for y'all, for coming and hanging out with me in the chat, for the support that y'all give me on this channel, for my team, for Instagram, for anything like that, and as just another airsoft player. I really appreciate y'all's support. I'm giving my support back to y'all. Any question I can ever answer, I will try to answer it. If I can't answer it, I will send you to somebody or try to get the answer for you. But I'm very thankful for every one of y'all that come out here and support me in every single way. Like, I'm very appreciative. I hope I'm gonna stay consistent with all this. So y'all are gonna be seeing me for a while. So just be expecting that. If y'all want to, always tune in, anything like that. These podcasts, I really enjoy doing these. It's a way to kind of get more interaction instead of me just talking to the camera and nobody's on the other side, and then uploading it after I edit it and stuff like that, and then go from there. It's cool to be able to sit here and chat with y'all on these comments, and just kind of vibe with each other from, farthest of distances. I had somebody pop in earlier, Speak TV or Speed Soft from Australia. That's cool. It's cool to have people from Australia seeing this, because we're blessed with the opportunity of doing stuff like this, to interact with each other. It's really cool. But next Monday, I will be back in here. It's going to be at 6 p.m. This coming Monday, so I think that's the 3rd of next week. So we're going to jump 2022 off with a kickstart. We're going to have Predator in here. I'm super psyched about it, so y'all make sure y'all come back here and tune in with it. And yeah, man, beyond that, man, I really appreciate y'all again, and Happy New Year's to every single one of y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.